Piece number 4, Heart. Grandfather one day asked me, "What will you do when your heart is broken?" Meaning, how will you deal with loss and failure? This was a perplexing question for a 10-year-old boy. Everyone has experienced disappointment in life. It is the measure of a man in how he responds to such an event. The concept of the heart has a lot of cachet in English. Historically, the heart was seen as the center of a person's being, one's moral character or essence. Many times, the concept was seen in political situations when a person's body and heart were actually buried separately. One of the more famous is Marshal Pilsudski of the Second Polish Republic. His heart is buried in Vilnius, now part of Lithuania, and his body is buried in Wawel Cathedral in Krakow, Poland. Here, just for fun, are a few examples of heart in common usage. 1. An aching heart. A feeling of sadness that one has when love has been lost or has faded. 2. After one's own heart, something that agrees with your own feelings, interests, or ideas. 3. To break someone's heart. To make someone feel sad or hopeless, usually because of love or a similar loss. 4. Close to someone's heart. An idea or concept that is important to you and that you care about. 5. Cross my heart and hope to die. To double promise what you say is true. Often used by children. 6. To do something in a heartbeat. To do something almost immediately if you have the opportunity. 7. To find it in your heart. To have the courage or compassion to do something. 8. From the bottom of my heart, with a great feeling of sincerity. 9. To have a big heart or a heart of gold. To be very kind or generous or helpful. 10. With all your heart and soul, with all of one's energy or with all of one's efforts. Our streets are filled with individuals who, upon suffering trauma in life, use this as an excuse to acquiesce and surrender to mediocrity. The good enough job, the good enough relationship, and thus the good enough life. It is far easier to accept failure than to strive for success. This deeply ties into our concept of wage slavery. Many young people are shocked when they first enter the job market. They have been promised that the result of studying diligently is a good job. As first-hand experience will tell us, this is a total lie. A good job does not exist because a job, by definition, means that you must sell your time for money, a form of economic prostitution. The soul knows this and suffers the consequences of an inauthentic life, to paraphrase the existentialists. The only solution is to eschew the accepted model and to strike out on your own. This means that the size of your salary must be second or third to the acquisition of knowledge. This financially underpaid experience will take at least 10,000 hours, a minimum of 5 years of work. Then, given that you have been an assiduous apprentice, you will enter into the rarefied world of expertise. Here you enter a place of freedom. Whatever happens to you in your life, wherever you go, you will be free. To listen to Mark Twain, find a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. The great poet, writer, and artist, Khalil Gibran, has a thought. Work is love made visible. And if you cannot work with love but only with distaste, it is better that you should leave your work and sit at the gate of the temple and take alms from those who work with joy.